I don't know, what do you think? Pretty normal, right? Okay guys, so it's been a little while since we've done an update on my broken leg situation. Just thought I would bring you guys up to speed. I'm actually on my way to the doctor right now, and I will have a fresh update for you. You know, the recovery's gone all right so far. I did find out a few weeks ago that there may be some bacteria on the metal rod that they placed in my leg, and that might be preventing the bone from regrowing. So if you've been following this whole saga, each time I go in, it looks like my bone just barely broke yesterday, but it's been about 3.5 months and it's still just very broken. I tried out an antibiotic the last time I went in, and I'm going to go in today and find out if that helped at all. The next step after that would be to put an IV in my arm and kind of wear an antibiotic sack or bag on me somewhere. I don't quite understand that one, but I'd have an IV giving me constant antibiotics throughout the day. And then the options after that are not very exciting. We'd be looking at redoing the surgery in 3 different ways. One would be to remove the original pieces that have been put in, replace them with what's called antibiotic cement, which is softer than metal, so I'd be on crutches until the bone was fully rehealed, but it would be antibiotic, and so it's constantly fighting infection inside the bone. Another option would be to take out the original metal and everything that's in there, scrub it, clean it, sanitize it, and put it back in. And then the third option would be to take out what's in there and put a plate on the side of the bone where the 2 pieces connect. So I don't want that to be the outcome, but I'm willing to go through whatever it takes to get this healed and to get back to the way that things used to be. All in all, I've just tried to remain positive through the whole thing, because there's really nothing I can do besides continue to just every day try and work on it, try and hope that it gets better. Things that I've been incredibly grateful for: I'm now walking almost completely normally. I'm not to where I'm running, I'm not jumping on the trampoline with my kids or anything like that. There's still a lot of things that I am very anxious to do, and I really thought that the recovery would be faster than it's been, but I had unrealistic expectations. I thought that at about 6 weeks I'd be back to normal again. At this point, I'm just really hoping that it gets all the way better ever. And I'm just kind of this spectator on the side, standing off to the side, and that's not how I really like to be. I like to be engaged, I like to be active, and I really want to be able to get that back. And I know I'm going to be able to. I'm just having to be very patient, much more patient than I anticipated. And so where I'm at right now is good. It's not great, it's not where I'd like to be, it's not where the doctors would like me to be, but it is better than where it was. And so the progression is moving up, and that's something that I think that I try and focus on and try and be positive about that. I'm going to head in there now. We'll find out what comes back on the x-ray. Fingers crossed, hope that it goes well. Now in the past, this would have been on crutches, hopping, hobbling, but I don't know, what do you think? Pretty normal, right? That's the stuff that I get excited about. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing awesome.
Good, how's this looking?
I think it looks a lot better. What do you think?
Yeah.
And it's like a little purple today, but I expect it to hurt, right? I mean, it's still broken and I'm still learning to walk with it, but yeah, it hurts pretty bad. But the bend's good, and then it only hurts like through here, which I imagine is just muscle, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It gets really swollen at the end of every day, even
Where at?
like the whole thing.
The whole leg.
And people call me Franken leg because it looks like I have a cadaver leg on the...
Just at the end of the day though?
Yeah. I'm no doctor, but that is still very broken. Oh well. Let's see if we can find out why or what we can do about that. All right, so you might be asking yourself, what is this on Brandon's arm? That is some testing to rule out infection. It's to rule it out, but it's also to discover it in case there is any, because the belief is that there's a mild grade infection, very small, but enough that it's hampering or slowing the bone growth. So what the hope is that by doing these tests, they just drew some blood, they'll run 3-4 tests on it, and hopefully they discover something. That way we know what kind of antibiotic to put me on, and then I might be on antibiotics. The great news is that surgery seems like an unlikely scenario. It's a distant last place option. Last time it kind of felt like that was almost inevitable, honestly. And I maybe just misread that, but it's healing a little bit. The x-ray doesn't look that much different at a glance, but when you zoom in and kind of look at the shading, it's starting to fill in on the backside. That's healing nicely. It's just incredibly slow. Overall, I would say encouraging. We are going to find out more when we get back the information from that blood test. We're going to find out more about the infection. The doctor would like me to meet with this infectious disease guy and just kind of get his take on it. So I'm expecting a call back later this week, so I don't have a definitive end result from this appointment. So I'll be sure and update you guys on that as soon as I find out. But for now, I'm thinking that was pretty positive.